If you're a Pi pioneer losing hope right now, here's what you need to know. Visa charges merchants up to 3.5% on every single transaction. That's billions of dollars extracted daily from businesses and passed on to you through higher prices. Pi Network eliminates these middlemen completely with peer-to-peer transactions and almost zero fees. That's the revolution. But here's the problem nobody's talking about. Visa is accepted at tens of millions of merchants worldwide while Pi is still building its ecosystem. Before we go deeper, follow my Telegram and Facebook pages in the description because I'm dropping exclusive Pi updates you won't find anywhere else. Stay with me because what I'm revealing today will change how you see Pi's real potential in 2025. You know what I mean? Here's the brutal truth about Visa that should make you angry. Every time you buy that $5 coffee, the merchant loses 12.5 cents to Visa's system. That's 2.5% gone just for processing the payment. Small businesses pay thousands of dollars yearly in these fees, and guess what? Those costs get added to your prices. You're paying for Visa's profit in every purchase you make. The system shows you instant approval in 2-3 seconds, but the actual money doesn't move for 1-3 business days while banks hold your funds and make interest off them. It's an illusion of speed designed to keep you comfortable while they extract maximum value. Pi Network completely destroys this model, It's peer-to-peer, meaning when you send Pi to someone, it goes directly to them with no bank sitting in the middle taking a cut. Transaction finality happens in seconds, and when it's confirmed, the money has genuinely moved. No waiting periods, no holds, no hidden fees. For international transfers, this is game-changing. Visa charges heavy currency conversion fees and takes days for cross-border settlements. Pi sends value across borders instantly with minimal fees. This could save migrant workers sending money home thousands of dollars yearly in transfer costs. But let's be completely honest. Visa has something Pi desperately needs: trust and universal acceptance. When your card gets stolen, you make one phone call and fraudulent charges disappear. Zero liability, total protection. Visa operates within established legal frameworks with government backing and consumer protections. That's why your grandmother trusts her Visa card. Pi operates in a decentralized system where you're your own bank. Lose your private keys, send Pi to the wrong address, there's no customer service to call, no reversal button. This responsibility is both Pi's strength and its biggest barrier to mass adoption. Here's what should excite every pioneer watching, you know what I'm saying. According to the World Bank, 1.4 billion adults worldwide don't have bank accounts. They're completely locked out of the digital economy that Visa represents. They can't get credit cards, can't receive digital payments, can't build credit history. Traditional banks require documentation, physical branches, minimum balances, and bureaucratic processes that exclude the world's poorest people. Pi only requires a smartphone and internet connection, no bank account, no credit check, no minimum balance, no branch visit. In developing nations across Africa, Asia, and Latin America where smartphone use is exploding but banking access remains limited, Pi offers a genuine alternative. Imagine a farmer in rural Nigeria receiving payment for crops directly on their phone, or a Filipino worker sending money home without paying 10% in transfer fees. That's the inclusive financial future Pi is building. This isn't just theory anymore, it's happening. But here's the massive hurdle, Until you can pay for groceries, gas, and monthly bills with Pi as easily as swiping your Visa card, mainstream adoption remains a dream. Visa is accepted everywhere. Pi's merchant ecosystem is still developing. Building that network takes time, trust, and most importantly, price stability. Speaking of stability, this is what's making pioneers nervous. Traditional payment systems work because the dollar or naira behind them has relatively stable value. $100 today will be worth roughly $100 tomorrow. Cryptocurrencies can experience wild price swings, making merchants hesitant. Why would a business accept payment in something that might lose 20% value by next week? This volatility is a real concern that Pi must address for serious merchant adoption. The regulatory landscape adds another layer of uncertainty. Visa operates within well-established legal frameworks. Governments know how to regulate banks and protect consumers. Pi and the broader crypto space. Many governments are still figuring out their approach. Some embrace digital currencies, others ban them. Most are somewhere in between, crafting regulations as they go. If major economies establish favorable regulations, Pi could flourish. If regulations become restrictive, adoption could stall. This is why staying informed through my Telegram and Facebook is crucial, because regulations can change overnight and dramatically impact Pi's future. Let me be completely transparent because you deserve my real thoughts, not recycled hype. I'm cautiously optimistic but realistically concerned, you know. The vision of giving 1.4 billion unbanked people access to digital payments genuinely moves me. If Pi actually solves remittance fees and payment processing costs, we're talking about changing millions of lives. That's real impact. But I'd be lying if I wasn't worried about the gap between vision and execution. Where's the real-world adoption? Where are grocery stores accepting Pi? Until I can pay rent and buy food with Pi as easily as my debit card, we're still experimental, and that's okay. But let's be honest about it. They can't get credit cards, can't receive digital payments, can't build credit history. Traditional banks require documentation, physical branches, minimum balances, and bureaucratic processes that exclude the world's poorest people. Pi only requires a smartphone, an internet connection, no bank account, no credit check, no minimum balance, no branch visit. In developing nations across Africa, Asia, and Latin America where smartphone use is exploding but banking access remains limited, Pi offers a genuine alternative. Imagine a farmer in rural Nigeria receiving payment for crops directly on their phone, or a Filipino worker sending money home without paying 10% in transfer fees. That's the inclusive financial future Pi is building. This isn't just theory anymore, it's happening. But here's the massive hurdle, you know? Until you can pay for groceries, gas, and monthly bills with Pi as easily as swiping your Visa card, mainstream adoption remains a dream. Visa is accepted everywhere. Pi's merchant ecosystem is still developing. Building that network takes time, trust, and most importantly, price stability. Stability and regulation remain the biggest challenges for Pi. Unlike steady currencies such as the dollar or naira, crypto values swing wildly, making merchants hesitant to accept something that could drop 20% in a week. Governments are also still figuring out how to handle it. Some support crypto, others ban it, and many are still undecided. Favorable laws could help Pi grow, but strict ones might slow progress. The idea of giving 1.4 billion unbanked people access to digital payments is powerful. Yet it's still unproven until Pi can be used for real expenses like rent or groceries. My biggest worry is that too many pioneers see Pi as a lottery ticket instead of a technology project. Real success won't come from hype or hoarding, it'll come from solving real problems, building apps, encouraging merchant adoption, and shifting from speculation to real-world use. So, am I bullish or bearish? Cautiously bullish with eyes wide open, you know what I mean. Traditional payment systems are ripe for disruption. Pi has genuine advantages in accessibility and cost, but we're years away from knowing if this succeeds or joins the graveyard of promising crypto projects. My advice: don't invest your life savings, don't quit your job expecting Pi riches, but don't give up because things move slower than hoped. Real change takes time. Keep your Pi, stay informed, support ecosystem development, but maintain realistic expectations. We're in this together and deserve truth, not fairy tales. If this gave you clarity, smash that like button, comment whether you're bullish or skeptical, and subscribe for regular, honest analysis. Follow my Telegram and Facebook pages in the description for real-time updates. Stay informed, stay hopeful, but most importantly, stay realistic, you know? See you next video, pioneers.